I just finished watching an inspiring docuseries on Netflix called Live to 100: Secrets of the Blue Zones. It's based on Dan Buettner's research and study over the past couple of decades about areas in various parts of the world where people routinely live to 100 years old or older because of how they eat and how they live their lives. Every area that Dan Buettner visited had diets and lifestyles that were just a little bit different from each other, but they all had a lot in common. But the one that really stood out to me the most was the Nicoyan diet from Nicoya, Costa Rica. And their simple diet is called the Three Sisters. And I think the reason that it kind of jumped out at me is because it's very similar to what I'm already eating. The Three Sisters are three different ingredients: beans, corn, and squash. I already eat beans and corn, but I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that I've never, as far as I can remember, ever had squash. So as soon as I finished the docuseries, I immediately rushed to the grocery store to pick up some squash and try it. The Three Sisters is definitely going to be a staple in my diet now. It's so delicious and quick and easy to make and super affordable that why wouldn't I include that in my diet?
When I eat vegetables, I typically just boil them or steam them, but since I've never had squash before, I looked online to see if maybe there was a best way to cook it. In addition to boiling and steaming it, you can also roast it or saute it, grill it, or even air fry it. I was kind of hungry, so I decided that probably the fastest way to do it would be to saute it in a little bit of olive oil. Because of my kidney stones and my chronic acid reflux, I don't season my vegetables with salt or pepper, especially pepper, which is high in oxalate, which can cause the type of kidney stones that I get, calcium oxalate kidney stones. I recently read that onions and garlic can both cause acid reflux in some people, so I plan to stop cooking with both of those. But I already had an onion cut up, so I decided to go ahead and add some and saute it along with the squash. I don't really know if onions and garlic give me acid indigestion, but recently I have been eliminating one by one all of the things I know for sure that do give me acid indigestion, including tomatoes and tomato sauces, citrus fruit, chocolate, and a few other definite triggers. Since I've eliminated all the main culprits, now I can test other ingredients like onions and garlic to see if they also give me heartburn. One of the recipes online suggested using herbs and other toppings, like a little Parmesan cheese, to give the squash a little flavor. I don't know if adding a little bit of cheese is going to negate the benefits of these three ingredients, squash, beans, and corn, since cheese can be high in fat, but I'm only going to add a teaspoon or two, and Parmesan is one of the lower fat cheeses, so it's not going to really add very much fat to the meal. But definitely something to think about and be aware of if you're going to try this meal yourself. Adding other ingredients may change the balance and the health benefits of this particular diet. The sauteing took about 5 to 6 minutes. My beans and corn were already prepared, so I just microwaved them. As I mentioned, I'm going to sprinkle on just a little bit of this salt-free vegetable seasoning. I normally don't add anything: salt, pepper, butter, or any sauces. But I thought I'd try something a little bit different today. I'm using pinto beans today, and sometimes I use black beans. I don't remember if the Nicoyans use black beans or a certain type of beans, but I know that different types of beans were used all over the world in the different blue zone diets and seem to be a staple of most, if not all of them. I don't remember if any of the diets included cheese. I'm definitely going to have to watch the 4-part series again, and next time take notes.
So how about you? Did you watch the series? Have you read any of the books over the years? Have you tried the Blue Zones Challenge? I haven't tried it yet, but I think I'm going to have to pick up that book and maybe give that challenge a try. It sounds interesting. So share in the comments section if you watched the docuseries or read any of the books or taken the challenge. And let us know if you've tried the Three Sisters diet and what you thought. So until next time, thanks for sharing, everybody.